People, get ready for TamiLive, a celebration of life. TamiLive seeks to inspire, motivate, and uplift as a positive, happy, motivated, energetic person who highlights optimistic energy. Hello and welcome to TamiLive. Ooh, TamiLive is here just for you. It's to inspire, it's to motivate, it's to help us all to be happier people. Today on the show, you don't want to miss the show, especially if you're living single. My guest today says, living single in 2011 is not easy, people. It's tough. And she's going to tell you why. We're going to hear from the woman's perspective today on TamiLive. There are people who fall hopelessly in love, and sometimes it just does not work out. And living in the Caribbean, being single, is not always the best thing to be, but sometimes it is the best thing to be. But my guest today is going to tell you why. For her right now, it's all right to be single, and she's going to further tell you maybe some tips you can learn today on the do's and the don'ts of dating life. TamiLive, living single. We'll be right back. Ouch!
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to TamiLive. If you've just tuned in, today we're talking about living single. My guest today, a beautiful, strong, powerful young lady who lives in the British Virgin Islands. We're going to welcome her and talk to her about the living single. Omnike, did I say it correctly?
Yes,
such a beautiful name for a beautiful lady. Now let's just get straight to it. Living single, how's it going?
It has its moments, you know, it's ups and downs. There are days when I'm fine with it and it's no big deal, but there are other days when I'm like, my goodness, you know, this is just kind of pathetic. So, you know, it depends. It depends on what mood you catch me in.
Okay, so right now in the Caribbean, how do you feel about not just living single, but having to step out into the community living single?
You know, I think people always look at you and they say, so why are you still single? You know, and you get that, you even get that from potential dates. So why are you still single? And you're thinking, you know what, you're still single too. So why are you asking me that question? Right. And I don't think it's something that's only happening in the Caribbean. I have my cousin, she's in Geneva, and she's single and she's 33. So it's I think it's a worldwide epidemic. and it's a problem.
It is a problem.
Yes.
Why do you think so many women now are single longer?
I look at our parents and their parents, and I think women, first and foremost, were less educated. And that's not a bad thing.
Right.
But I think that because they didn't necessarily go to university, they had more time to meet, and they got married earlier. We, at the ages that my parents and my grandparents got married, for instance, my grandmother got married at 20. At 20, I was in university. So I spent 5 years in university, and by the time I came out, I was already older, a little more mature, and not necessarily as easily swayed into this whole idea of, yeah, let's settle down and get married.
Right.
So I think that that has a lot to do with it. And for women who aren't necessarily as educated, they just are a lot more picky. We know that we're not going to settle for just any and anybody just because.
You use the word picky because that's what a lot of people do say. Yeah. That you're picky, that you should just find a man and just relax yourself, which I have to totally disagree with.
I disagree too.
Right?
Yes.
And you, as you said, you went to university, you've gotten your knowledge, you're a lawyer.
Yes.
You know, let's just put that out there.
I am.
Very intelligent woman. And
so you say.
Yes, no, I would have to agree with that. So you're not just going to pick up some Joe Schmo who's going to sway you down the line, oh, I'm falling in love, without thinking strategically about it. Do you think we have to be strategic when we're in the dating game today?
I do. I think we have to be very strategic, particularly because love doesn't put food on the table. So we can't just say, oh my God, I'm in love, let me get married to this dude. No, there's so many other things that we have to think about, especially in this economic climate. Let's be real. You know, I mean, you look at the prices of things in the BVI, even to buy a house. You know, a single salary can't do it. And what's the point of marrying somebody who really you still end up having a single salary? I know it might sound materialistic, but it's the truth.
No, because you're going to have people who are going to be looking at the show saying, hey, what are you talking about here? What about love? Well, as you said,
what about
love can't feed you when you're hungry.
Love can't put food in. Love is important,
yes.
Don't get me wrong. And obviously, when the going gets rough, it's love that will probably keep you going.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've done surveys with my mother and my aunts, and they're all married, and I say, okay, love or money? Love or money? And the answer's always the same. Both.
Both.
Yes.
That's the key right there.
And I think that is the key for me. That love is great, but it can't be love alone.
Absolutely.
Love alone is not enough.
What are you looking for in a partner? What are some of the qualities that will attract you to someone?
Do we have enough time?
Yeah, I think we do.
You know, first and foremost, to me, the person has to be spiritual, because I'm a very spiritual person, and it's important to me. So, a believer in God, you know, somebody I can pray with. And because I'm not looking for just a date, I'm looking for a long-term partner, I have to see that this person is going to teach my children the same things, if we have children, that I would want my children
Very
to
good
know.
point.
Not conflicting information about, oh yeah, don't believe in God, believe in God. It's not an option for me. You have to believe in God. And it is actually one of the first questions I ask when I meet somebody. Do you believe in God? And if the answer is no, it was nice meeting you. And that's
you
it
move
for me.
on.
Yeah, so that's first. Then secondly, I mean, I know a lot of people say ambition, but by my age, your ambition has to come to fruition. So I don't want to
No more
just see
thinking
your
about
ambition.
it.
Yeah, you have to be doing something productive with your life. So you have to have a decent job or a decent business or something has to be going on for you in that area.
Right.
It's very important. Personality. Personality is important. You have to make me laugh. You have to be able to not take yourself too seriously.
Right.
And also to be somewhat of a confidant, because that person, I believe, your partner should be your best friend. You know, and it should be a person that you're able to communicate with about any and everything.
Because communication
is key.
Absolutely.
Right? And a little lower down the line is, yeah, I have to be attracted to you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to.
But it's not the first and foremost thing for you, is what you're
No,
saying.
it's not. Maybe when I was 19 and I had to have the hottest guy on the block, but now, no, not a big deal. I have to be attracted to you though, because I have to look at you and think, God, you're so cute, you're so good looking. But cute for me may not be cute for you, and what I've realized is that for me, your looks increase when you have sense.
Absolutely.
So if we're having a good conversation and you're a conversationalist, I think you're so hot.
Because nobody wants a good-looking dummy.
No.
Let's just get real.
No, I don't. No. So that's, I mean, and that takes me into the next thing on the list. You have to have intelligence. Because I have to be able to talk to you. I have to be able to leave you and know that you're not going to make me look like a fool.
Right.
Because I think that you are a representation of me.
Yes.
Right?
Should be
I am a
complimenting you.
representation of you. And, you know, people say, oh my God, there's so many things you're asking for. But no, that I haven't asked for anything that I do not have myself, that I'm not bringing to the table.
Yes.
And I think that goes to any woman. You can't go and ask for a man who has a six-pack and is in the gym every day, and then you're
eating Dunkin' Donuts every day.
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
So don't ask for what you can't bring to the table for yourself.
That's a very good point.
But at the same time, don't lower your standards just because you want to get a man. That's not going to fly after 2 years. It's not enough.
Because you need more to build on. If you're looking for a long-term relationship,
of course,
looks are going to fade after a while, but the intelligence is something that sticks.
Exactly. Yeah. And so those things that I mentioned are my core. A family person is really important to me because I come from a big family and I love family time and I love to be around people that I love.
Right.
You know, affection is important as well. Public displays of affection are great.
Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Yes.
Have you seen the couples who walk, you know,
and
go to
you know that they're a
movies?
couple?
No!
No, that...
You know, 9 months later you see a baby, you say, oh my goodness, you guys are together.
That's not going to fly.
Will that work for you?
No, it's not going to work. Because
you need somebody going to show attention and can love out loud.
Exactly.
I'm into that.
Because if we're in the privacy of our own homes and we're going to be affectionate, why can't you be affectionate with me in public?
This is
what are you trying to hide? No. What are you trying to hide?
This is what I'm saying.
No.
Let's get real. Because some women are okay with that.
No, I'm not okay with it.
Good to know.
It's not okay.
So if the guy is looking at you now thinking, I'm interested, he better come correct or don't come at all.
Don't come at all.
This is what I'm talking about.
Don't come
this
at
is
all.
What I'm talking about.
So yeah, there's the core and then there are the other things that are added bonuses.
Okay.
You know, so...
But those are the core,
those are my
fundamental things for you.
Fundamentals.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and this may seem like not a big deal, but a good command of the English language would be really nice.
Honey, that's a big deal. don't play. That's a big deal.
It would be really nice.
Yes.
Don't step to me and say, I does be working. No, you does not be working nowhere with that kind of language. Okay, so no, please no.
This is why I had to have this young woman on my show today.
What is that?
Because candor is important. And let's just get real. When we come back from the break, we're going to delve a little deeper with Omni K. She's going to tell us the do's and don'ts of her dating game when we come back from TamiLive. Don't touch that dial, people. Ouch!
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to TamiLive. If you were here for the first segment, I know you are still glued to your seat because it's just amazing to really get with somebody who knows the deal about living single. And if you're living single out there, you're probably by your television saying, yes, I know, that's me. Now I want to go into now from your perspective in your life, not you telling people what they should be doing,
right?
But for you, what are your do's and don'ts? Okay, let me just put out some and then you can add some more, right?
Sure.
Teeth, is that important? Does he need to have teeth? Is that really a big deal?
I would like him to have some teeth.
I'm just saying.
Some teeth would be good,
Yeah.
but I mean, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be braces teeth. No, I don't have perfect teeth, so I can't be asking you to have perfect teeth.
And that's what I keep liking about you is that you keep coming back to that. Because some women won't have any teeth, but want a man with full teeth.
No, but I don't want them yellow.
Okay.
Or brown.
So you're a little picky there.
Yeah, they could be clean.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But clean teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we go into like do's and don'ts, one of the things that people always talk about is baggage, eh?
Yeah.
Because we're close to 30.
Yeah.
So, you know, people have experiences in their lives. They have relationships.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of those things while we're going into that, yeah?
Yeah. You know, I think it's only fair. I've been, I think, lucky. I don't have any kids and all of that. But that's because I've never been married. At my age, I have friends who've been married, they're divorced, and some of them have kids. I don't think it's fair for me to say, well, I'm not going to date a man who has kids because I'm almost 30. Most of the men that I'm thinking about dating are 33, 35. You probably have a child or two, right? So that's fine.
What's your max?
But the baby mama drama?
No.
I am not dealing with the baby mama drama. Okay, so you need to put her in her place.
Yes.
And if you and I are dating, she has to respect me.
You don't want her knocking on your door with her curlers on, knocking on your door saying, what?
Doing what?
You don't want that.
No.
I'm with you.
But then the other thing about that too is that if you would with that type of woman, it says a lot about you.
Good point.
So if you have that girl coming to bang on my door in her curlers, then I have to question what you were training her to do all along.
What's the max for kids? The amount of kids?
2.
2.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, but
you're a stronger woman than me.
Because if it's 3 with 3 different women, no.
Because that speaks to character as well.
Yeah, but it could be a twin and one.
So you sat down and said, okay, I could do this.
Yeah.
Because the older you get, you start to think, okay.
Yeah, you have to compromise.
Yes.
So a twin and one with your wife.
Okay.
That you're now divorced from. I would, yeah, maybe I might, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I might.
Because compromising.
But not a 9-month-old baby.
Not a baby.
No.
Widower.
Okay.
Ah.
Yes.
See?
So compromise.
It's a new dynamic
exceptions.
for you.
And you have to be flexible. Somebody told me yesterday, he said, you have to be flexible, Omnike. So I'm trying to be flexible if it's a widower. But if she's still alive, not 9 months.
So you'll be flexible.
Flexible.
You'll compromise, but you won't settle.
I will not settle. Settling is not part of my vocabulary.
That's important.
That's probably why I'm still single.
No, I think it's great because you've earned your keep in life, and you want somebody who can do that with you as well.
Match me, yeah.
Absolutely. What do you feel? How do you feel rather about women who say, "Man, I'm getting up there. I hear the clock ticking at night," and there's some women who say, "Well, why you ain't married yet? What's wrong with you?" And I'm just gonna pick up the first man that comes by. What do you say to the woman who does that, who is thinking of doing that?
For the ones who've done it already, I can't say anything to them. They've already done it. And every woman is different. Every woman has her own needs. And some people do it because all they want is not to be alone, not to be lonely. If that's all you need in life, then that's fine. I can't criticize you. What I'll say, though, is don't settle for negativity. So don't settle for a man who's going to beat you.
Yes.
Don't settle for a man who's going to emotionally abuse you. Don't settle for a man who's going to be cheating on you with every Jane, Johnny, and Janika. Okay, because that's not cool. Right? So there's a thin line. I mean, some women may settle for a man who doesn't have a job, but who will stay at home and provide the food. That's fine. I mean, and I might not do that, but somebody else can, and that's fine. But you see those things where it actually eats away, erodes at your self-esteem, that's unacceptable. Absolutely. Don't do that to yourself. Right. Because in the end, the only person that's going to be unhappy is you. Not him, you.
And happiness is key.
And, the other thing that I really want to say is that happiness is important. Happiness comes from within. Now, if you are happy by yourself and you're happier by yourself than you are in a relationship, then get out of that relationship.
Okay.
It's not
because you can be happy by yourself.
No, but that's the point, Tammy. You have to be happy by yourself if you really think that you want to be happy in a relationship. Don't think that a relationship is going to make you happy.
Bring you happiness.
It's not. You have to be happy and whole alone single, alone, and then that person is supposed to compliment you. Don't say, oh my God, I'm going to find a man and then I'm going to be happy. No.
Right.
Because they're in and of itself is your problem. You're taking baggage into the relationship
Yes,
before
yes.
it even starts. So that's your key.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, there are ups and downs. So, I mean, I don't expect you to be on cloud nine every day. But if for the majority of the time that you're spending with this individual, you're not happy, why are you there?
Okay.
What you doing?
No,
Wasting
that's a good
time.
point.
You're wasting time.
Let's talk about money. Does he have to have money?
Yeah.
A lot of money?
Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
much are we talking here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Some.
does he have to match yours? Can he earn a little less than you? Is that okay? Or should he have to make more money than you?
He can learn a little less than me.
Okay.
Because I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel.
But it's true.
Okay.
It is the likelihood that he will be earning less than me.
Okay.
That being said, he can't let that intimidate him. Right?
Right.
Money is not what makes a man. What makes a man is how he treats the woman.
Absolutely.
Right?
So what are you looking for in terms of that?
Wait,
Opening the door?
But I do want to say this, that what I want is somebody who can match me. So if I want to go on vacation at the end of the year, I want you to be able to go on vacation with me, and not because I'm paying for both of us. You have to be able to pay your own way. I'm not a gold digger, so I'm not saying I want to go on vacation and you have to pay for me,
everything.
and you have to
Okay.
pay for everything or whatever. No, I will pay my way, but you have to pay your way too. And if you can't pay your way, then that's a problem, because it leads to unhappiness in a relationship.
That's very true.
It
No,
is.
I love your candor.
My
It's
dad
true.
once said to me, one of the major reasons for divorce is financial issues. So I'm not even going to play that game. No,
Absolutely.
no. There has to be, we have to be at least here.
Yes.
You don't have to be here and I'm here, or I don't have to be here and you're there. At least here.
And let the love grow without stress.
The love will come.
The love will You talked about how a man treats a woman. That's important to you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What things are you looking for? Opening the door? Because we've lost that a little bit.
No,
Yeah? Men don't open the door
have
anymore.
not lost it.
No.
No.
So you
you
need-
have to open my door.
Okay.
It is not an option. And my car door, my restaurant door, my home door, all the doors, every door, you open them.
Right.
Okay? Because if you don't, and that's the other thing, if women start allowing the men not to do that from the beginning, they already gone
That's it.
down
And
the
he gets
drain.
accustomed to it and doesn't do it at all.
Exactly. So yes, you must open doors. On the first date, you must pay. If you don't pay on the first date, there's no second date.
Okay.
Nope.
So there's no, half-half. There's no...
On the first date?
No.
No.
Okay, it's
No.
expected that
Yeah,
he pays.
I expect it.
Okay.
If you don't expect it, that's your business. But I expect it.
Okay.
On the second date, we could half-half, and on the third date, I'd probably pay. Because
Very
I'm
good.
that kind of girl.
Okay.
But on the first date, if you invite me on a date, you're paying.
Okay.
Don't, at the end of it, say, so we're going to split this? Yeah, we'll split it, and then I'll split.
Okay.
That would be the
So he has to ask you or you'll ask him?
No, I'll ask.
You can ask too.
I'll ask.
Okay.
Yeah, but even if I ask, he has to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point. If you didn't know, now you know.
Because if you're not going to pay, then don't say yes.
No. Last thing, we have Match.com, we
Yes.
have Singles.com, we have everything else.
Yes.
There's a guy right now looking at this program and saying, I want to meet Omnike. What's your ad going to look like?
First, as I said, first and foremost, my ad is going to be, I'm a very spiritual person. All jokes aside, we talked about money, we talked about all these things. It's a short show, but it's really and truly, it's about the spirituality. You have to meet me on that level, because if you don't, there's no future. That's key. After that, everything else will come. And if you can hold me in a conversation for more than 10 minutes, we probably could go on a date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to me, people. Living single is not easy in 2011. But listening to my guest today, I'm sure you can agree. Now you've made your little notes that she's put forward, it might be a little easier for you. TamiLive, oh my goodness. I know we are here to motivate, to inspire. That's why I am here for sure. I want to thank you so much, Omnike, for
Thanks,
being here
Tami.
with me. Gosh, such a wonderful, beautiful woman. Woo! When we come back, things that make you go, TamiLive, we'll be right back. Ouch!
You're watching JTV.
Welcome back to TamiLive. I hope and trust that today you've been motivated, maybe even inspired to think of the dating game a little differently. I want to thank my guest, Omnike, beautiful name, beautiful young woman, who came on and was very candid about living single, not just in the British Virgin Islands, but in 2011. 14 years it would be in November that I've been married, and I've been blessed to have someone in my life. But not everyone has found that person in the time that I have. And I'm very cognizant of that. And I have a lot of friends who are single. And I have a lot of friends who say that there are other people out there who say, why don't you get married? You should get married. have a baby, move on. The truth of the matter is, when a young woman goes to university, she's educated herself, she's done so much on her own, your mind starts to think differently. And that, oh, I'm in love feeling is a little different. And you want some substance to a man. And the men out there who look at this program and say, I can't wait to get on to give my side of things, I welcome you to come on. The truth of the matter is, I want to encourage people on this show to be inspired, to be motivated, to be better, to be the best you can be. The truth is, you can be happy by yourself as well as being with someone. But I think one of the things we got out of our program today, our show today rather, and one of the points that Omniki made was, you've got to be happy within yourself before you can be happy with anybody else. And that's what I want to encourage you, that person out there right now who is living single and going through the stress of it all, to really think about who you're making yourself want to be with, who you really want to be in love with. Are they complimenting you? Are they making your life better? Are they enhancing your quality of life? Or are they bringing you down and making you just feel miserable? Because if that's the case, is it really necessary to have somebody in life just for namesake? I don't think so. I want you today to reach within yourself and to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to settle. I'm going to reach higher. I want more from my life. And that person who's coming to love me and for them to love me back, people, you've got to bring it or don't come at all. But in the meantime, work on yourself. Work on making yourself happy and do things that are going to make you the best person you can be. As my good friend, the late, great Reverend Lester Barr would say, here's to life and the living of it. TamiLive, just be happy. Ouch! See you next time.
You're watching JTV.